Hey guys, it's Brittany. This is my second video this week, but the last video wasn't planned, and this video I wanted to talk about something new that's kind of come up with my weight loss journey. I was talking to my friend Jennifer today on Facebook. She actually has an account on YouTube. You guys should check her out. It's, I believe, Give Me Strength 22. I'll put her link in the sidebar. But so we were talking on Facebook about how frustrating some of the aspects are of, you know, the stuff you have to go through before you can have your surgery. And I've just been having a really rough time, so much so over the last couple months that I finally decided that I'm just done with my surgeon. So I'm making an appointment with a brand new surgeon, and I don't know if that means I have to start completely over again or what, and I'm really just pissed. The person who's in charge of my case file, or whatever you call it, is just a total B word. She is just awful. She is so condescending and snarky and rude, and I don't know if it's because I'm 20 years old and she just thinks I'm stupid, but she's so rude to me every time I talk to her, and it's a nightmare. And I mean, I could go on and on for you know, hours about this, but I'll just tell you a couple other things. I live in Austin, Texas, and you know, it's safe to assume, at least I thought it was safe to assume, that having a surgeon stationed out of Austin would mean that you have your surgery in Austin. But no, apparently my surgeon has his surgeries done in San Antonio, which is pretty far away. It's like about an hour and 45 minutes away. So I wasn't told this, and I'm 6 months into my I'm 5 months into my 6 month pre-op mess that I have to do, and I just heard in passing that my surgery is going to be done in San Antonio. So I'm not happy about that at all. I think it's just so unprofessional and just sort of like a red flag. So that was the first thing that got me kind of ticked. And then this whole case, I don't know what you call them. She's my case person. Like, she's the one who's in charge of me being a patient or whatever. She, like I said, her name's Michelle. She is so rude, so condescending. Every time I talk to her, she has such a huge attitude, and she makes me do some of the work, which I don't know if that's normal, but you know, you need like a 5-year weight history and all these things, and she calls me up telling me to go do this and this and this, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be doing this? Like, I don't mind helping out, but for you to like demand that I do things for you just doesn't sit right with me. It feels sort of weird. So I've been having all these little red flags going off, and the final thing that broke everything for me, that just made me turned off from this whole surgeon, is that I was aware I had to do a sleep study, which obviously checks for sleep apnea and things like that, which I totally understand. But they never told me that it wasn't covered by my insurance and that it was going to be $600 out of pocket. So I'm about a month away from being done with all my weigh-ins and everything, and I was really excited. I got everything on my checklist done. I've been going to all my nutrition appointments. I've been doing really well with everything. My last thing I had to do was my sleep study, which is, you know, sort of an inconvenience because you have to spend the night and whatnot. So I've been putting it off. So I made the appointment, and when they told me it was $600, I almost fell out of my chair. You know, no one gave me a warning about that. No one said anything, and I was really pissed. And what I ended up doing is I canceled my appointment, and my phone keeps ringing. I canceled my appointment, and I called my surgeon's office and asked to talk to someone about it, and they were sort of like, you know, nonchalant about it, like, oh yeah, giving me the runaround. And the last thing that they told me was, well, you know, you're gonna have to do it, blah, 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 this. And I was like, can I just talk to the surgeon? You know, I want to hear from him that I absolutely have to have this done, because my thoughts on this were, if it's gonna be covered by a copay or something, fine. But if it's $600 and I'm only 20 years old and I've never had any snoring or sleeping problems, and I know that that's not 100% sure that means I don't have sleep apnea, but in my mind, I'm pretty much 99% sure I don't have sleep apnea. No one in my family has it, and just, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. So unless I absolutely have to have it done, according to my surgeon, at this point, I don't want to have it done because it's $600. And the lady was totally rude, was just wanting to get me off the phone. So it's been a week and a half, and they still haven't called me back. today I called them back and I got that girl Michelle, and she's so rude, condescending, just a nightmare. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't yell or anything. I just sort of got off the phone and started looking around the internet. And I had a backup surgeon planned when I first started this process 6 months ago, who is way closer than this surgeon to my house, and she has a smaller practice, but her statistics are really good and her success rates are really good. And I was going to go to an appointment, but I really liked this surgeon so much that I just kind of blew it off. But now I'm pissed that I didn't do that, because they always tell you, make sure before you start the process that you absolutely love your surgeon. And I mean, you never know what you get yourself into until it, you know, it's kind of either too late or you know, you're 5 months into it like I am. So long story short, like, if anyone who's watching this is thinking about starting their weight loss surgery journey, or if you just started and whatever, please, my biggest advice would be, make sure you do your research. Everything on paper doesn't necessarily match up with the person. Like for me, my surgeon is one of the best in the state of Texas, and he has all these accreditations, all of these, you know, rave reviews, and so that's what led me to go to his office. But now that I'm 5 months into it, I'm seeing that it's a total disaster. And so my advice would be, you know, if you feel any sort of doubt, any sort of, you know, like little voice in the back of your head saying this doesn't feel right, this doesn't seem right, I mean, change your surgeon, because obviously this is a huge life decision. It's going to affect your life and your well-being, and this is not something you want to rush into or sort of brush under the rug, because I feel like for the last 2 months I've just sort of been like, oh, this is so annoying and this is so frustrating, but you know what, I'm so close, I'm just going to forget about it. And now I'm really close. I'm about a month away, like I said, and I'm jeopardizing my last 5 months worth of work, but to me it's worth it, and it's not even without hesitation that I'm going to do this, because you know, the surgery is a huge thing, and I'm not going to take it lightly with a man that I don't trust, or that I feel like isn't as professional or as you know, supportive and informative as I feel like he needs to be. I mean, this isn't, you know, a dentist you're going to for something. This is a major surgery. So that would be my advice. If you're just starting, or if you're thinking about surgery, please remember to trust your instincts on your doctor, on your surgeons, and if something doesn't feel right, go to another doctor, see someone else. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you're going to have to start over, and that's not the end of the world, because if you're in that much of a rush to have the surgery to the point where you're making a major mistake, I mean, maybe, you know, you're not in the right frame of mind for it anyway. But so that, I'm really stressed out about it. Hopefully, I haven't talked to anyone who's ever switched doctors, so that's part of the reason why I'm making the video. Is if you or anyone you know has switched halfway, I would love for you to message me, because I kind of want to know what I'm getting myself into. But I'm hoping that I can just transfer all my stuff from that surgeon to the new surgeon, and I can pick up where I left off. But you know, something's telling me that that's not going to be so easy, and then I might have to start all the way over. So that sucks. But really quick before I end, I had a couple other little updates I wanted to share with you guys. I go to a university in Texas, and I've been trying to get into this film and digital media program, and it's sort of dictating a lot of stuff in my life, and I finally got accepted, so I'm so excited. I got in 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to figure out everything, like the dorms and everything. It's sort of like starting over at a whole new school, even though I'm not, just because it's its own little school or whatever. So it's really exciting, and I'm moving up there to my new stuff next month, I believe. School starts really soon. So I'm trying to get all the surgery stuff settled, which is creating so much more stress. But the biggest update I wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if you saw my video about my stress with my whole father situation, but it's actually taken a turn for like the best. I mean, it's almost done like a 180. I told you that he was never a part of my life and all these things, and that I was talking to my stepmom over the computer. Well, I ended up sending him a letter. It was really short, and I put 10 pictures of myself from 18 months all the way up till this year, and I mailed it to him. And you know, I was hoping that once he was holding the pictures in his hand and seeing my writing and everything, that he would want to make contact with me. And so he called me 2 days ago, and he was just so nice. He was not anything like I was expecting, and we had a really long conversation, and he was a really nice guy, and I have a really good feeling about it. And He told me a lot about my brothers, and so I feel like everything's coming together. And I really hope that this whole switching surgeon things works out. Or, you know, I'm still not completely done with my other surgeon. If he redeems himself or something, there's a slight chance I'll stay. But right now I'm just so turned off that I think I'm just done. But other than that, life is good. Life is great. I'm really blessed. I'm really thankful for all of my friends I'm making in the weight loss community. And you guys should feel free to comment or message me anytime. I love talking to people. And that's about it. Oh! I made the most amazing smoothie. So good. So I thought I would brag about that. But I'll talk to you guys later. I have my weigh-in and everything coming up in a few weeks, so I'll make a video then. Bye.